Good morning. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? What's today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday morning. We chilling. I see y'all coming into the chat. We got a couple things to talk about. I got a real interesting topic. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the title. This is a topic that's going around right now. I know y'all are going crazy in the spaces. I'm getting phone calls about it. I'm getting all types of phone calls about it. I'm getting text messages about it. I'm getting tweets about it. Taking the wrong battles. And I put sorry is true. Everything I blog on or doing podcast mode is going to be sorry is true. Y'all see the intro, it always says sorry. Even on the battles, you see the sorry is true graphic. But I put it in the title because I feel like every once in a while we need those hard doses of reality. You got to have it every once in a while. You need somebody that's going to tell you the truth in an industry and in a world where people's just gonna dance around the actual truth. Every once in a while, you need to be able to come somewhere where somebody is going to be able to tell you A, an unbiased truth, and B, reality from also somebody that's inside, somebody that's internal, somebody that knows a lot about this game, knows a lot about this industry, knows a lot about the leagues, knows a lot about the battle rappers, knows a lot about his own league, right? So I have a lot of inside experience and information. So we're gonna talk about a couple things. Ain't no need for me to rush. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I don't need to rush. Anybody that be in the comments talking about your ARP with the long intro, where have you been the last 12 years? Right? All my channel members says Lux versus Rum. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. Why not? Buddha MC, who is also a channel member, says, "What's good, ARP? Same shit, different day. Chilling, homie. Chilling. Shout out to all the channel members. Once again, for anybody that wants to become a official member of the RBE channel, just go to the channel on YouTube. At the top, you'll see a button that says join. If you don't see it, every month or so, there's like a kind of deal between Apple and YouTube where they allow more people to see the join button. So I know a lot of people from iPhone can't see it right away because we just turned on membership availability on this channel like a month and a half ago or something like that, right before max out, like 2 weeks before max out. So if you don't see it yet, jump on a laptop, jump on a PC real quick, then you'll be able to see it, join, and then you go back to whatever you want to do. Speaking of join, speaking of the RBE channel members, at lunchtime today, 12 o'clock Eastern, you will be able to see this. All right. I'm dropping this for early bird access, early viewership for the RBE channel members. Lunchtime today, 12 o'clock. Okay. You will see Young Ill versus Big K. And I'm very interested at that point to know y'all outcome of this battle, uh, who you want to see Young Ill battle next, because I think he earned himself an immediate matchup. And that's not just on RBE, that's on any league. I think that man showed up and showed out. A lot of people talk about his third round. So for all the people that's waiting for the YouTube drops, you're going to get a chance to see that. But Big K, just continuing to do what he has been doing in 2023 on his Champion of the Year run, which is just continue to have dominant performances. His first round, I think, was comparable to his first round versus A Ward, which is just the type of round that's supposed to come out and just end the battle as soon as it starts. And I noticed something about Big K. Now that I watched the fully released edit on the channel, because it's already up there. And we did the coin flip on camera. If you know RBE footage, we normally don't do the coin flips on camera. I don't like the flow of flipping a quarter and doing all that on camera. We normally do it before. But I forgot for this battle. So I flipped it real quick on camera. It's in the footage. And when Big K won the coin toss, you hear him turn his head and he goes 30 ball because he won. And it made me think about things that Big K was saying leading into the Mook battle. He was like, yo, if I win this coin toss, it's going to be a 30. Something about Big K that just as a fan, I pay attention to little shit like that, because sometimes that's also indicative of how somebody writes. Maybe they feel like they're a momentum writer, and that they know that the way that they impact eclipses even good rounds that come before theirs. So they feel like, yo, if I go second, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So little details like that in the full footage is always cool to pick up on. I texted Big K yesterday. I was joking with him because he lands a haymaker in the first round, the Orlando Magic ball for anybody that remembers. But you'll see it at 12 o'clock for members, and then full release will probably be like Friday. You guys will see it for the rest of the subscribers. But he lands a haymaker, the Orlando Magic haymaker in the first round. And he screams and shit, like, he's hyped. The energy is moving in that blue room. And he turns to the girl behind him that's holding his water. And he like kind of like screams on her a little bit. He don't scream. I'm not gonna add, but he's like, well, give me that fucking water, bro. Like it's like Big KB zoned out in there, man. So shout out to Young Ill coming through and putting on. Shout out to Big K. Once again, that's going to be available lunchtime today, Eastern time, 12 o'clock for the members. And then Friday, the full YouTube release will be. All right. So you get that today. You got Aye Verb versus A Ward already out. You got this one already out as well. The Blue Room is just going crazy with these releases. Like Max Out 3 is still dominating. So now that you guys got this out already, you got this out already, and you're getting this one now, I'm going to need to know the official St. Louis scorecard. I need to know. I need to know at this point, did they win the event? Did they go 3-0? Did they go 2-1? Did they go 0-3? Is it 2-1 the other way where actually, nah, I can't count it like that. Damn. I want to start the votes when this drops today. But I can't forget that there's a fourth king on there as well, be Magic. So yeah, we're gonna need to know if they went 4-0, 0-4, 2-2. Damn, with Magic being on the card now, a fourth St. Louis person, now they could fucking go even. Now I never thought about that. That's kind of whack. That's why we always have like odd number of rounds, odd number of charts. There was some cards before that did two round battles, like Old Red versus JC. The first time they battled in Detroit, I was there. I think that was a 2-round battle, if I remember correctly. It's just like, why would a league do that? Why would you do a battle that can turn out 1-1 neutral? Like that's just like we do it odd numbers and stuff. But damn, there's 4 St. Louis people, so they could end up going 2 for 2 based on how y'all vote. That sucks. Just now thinking about that. But anyway, yeah. So you got the Big K and Young Ill. I want y'all to start voting, and then Magic and Arsenal will probably be next. People's calling that a classic. I continue to see the dust up from this battle right here. Did like a 250,000 views in a day. It's moving towards 500,000 views right now. So the Goods versus Calico battle is people are really, really enjoying it out there, really watching it. Replay it. These guys went crazy, man. These guys really went crazy. Consistency through all 3 rounds with their material on both sides. Standout performances from both of them. I know I could sound a little biased if I'm like, yo, that's Good's best performance in the last 5-6 years. Or I say, yo, that's Calico's best performance ever since his Ill Will battle. I'll let y'all be the judge. I just know that it's a standout performance from both of them. And I want to continue to give those guys a shout out for coming through the Blue Room and just having such a wicked, wicked battle. Max Out 3 is definitely giving y'all money's worth. It continues to. So be on the lookout. More releases on the way, and of course, after Arsenal and Be Magic, you're gonna get Head Ice and Show Off. You're gonna get QB versus RX. You're gonna get everything. You're gonna get all 11 battles. We got it. Let me shout out real quick too. Intake 4 event. Shout out to Winged and Lawrence. It's going down in VA 2-day event, October 13th and October 14th. It's like 30 battles on a damn flyer. Oh my goodness, they are bugging the hell out. But all that's gonna release on the YouTube channel too. Shot by Ruin Your Day. If you're a battler that's on the intake card, you are going to get. Hey, let me ask a question since we're talking about intake. Question. I'm not shy. I ask URL questions, similar to I asked them a question in the past, right? And I said, hey, did you call this blogger? And I'll ask questions. Question. and I didn't even plan on doing this as a topic. Just a question. I know I saw Tay Rock and Rum Nitty on the iBattle card. Shout out to Lex. I don't know how long that was locked in. I don't know when those contracts were signed. I don't know when those deposits went out. And then we saw a recent card come out from URL that had Rum Nitty and Tay Rock, and I saw tweets from Tay Rock saying, shout out to iBattle, we're gonna work it out. Then I saw a tweet from iBattle, we're gonna push this to a December card. That sucks, iBattle. It's fucked up that you got to do that. I know Lex, you're trying to maintain a relationship with URL, and you're not the dust up type of guy with that type of stuff, which is good for you. You move how you move. Shout out to Lex. But it's fucked up for me from the outside looking in, because I've been in that situation before where you just lose battles, two of the biggest names on your card, because maybe something else comes up, right? That sucks. And I see in your tweet, Lex, you got to say stuff like, if you need a refund or this or that, blah, blah. Fucked up business. From the outside looking in, by the look of Tay Rock's tweet, it looks like Lex did everything that he was supposed to do. Now he's stuck holding the pot of having to move or replace those battles or redo those battles all the way in December now. Fucked up. Bad business from the outside looking in. But now that card gets created, probably like within the last 2-3 weeks, y'all know how URL does, right? That just happens to be the same day as the intake card. 2-3 day event all of a sudden on the same weekend as our 3-day event or 2-day event in VA, same location. I'll be trying to tell y'all, follow the imitators, right? Like a million coincidences is no longer a coincidence unless you're naive and stupid, right? And there was another one too that I thought was odd. I don't know whose ideas or who flyers is over there. Y'all could fill me in, but I'll try to put it in the camera. I don't know if the light will pick it up. But RBE's intakes, we do the Sweet 16 flyers. Shout out to Winged and Lawrence. I see y'all over there trying to have fun, trying to be creative, pushing the intakes, Sweet 16. Sweet 16. It says Sweet 16 at the top. And then here comes this Crucible crap. Top 16. Top 16. Coincidence? Yeah, probably. Coincidence. Yo, Winged and Lawrence, I've been trying to tell y'all got partnerships in stock over there, man. Like you make decisions over there indirectly. I'm used to it too. You know what I'm saying? So the intakes is going down to VA. Yeah, 2-day event. You know what I'm saying? Come through. It's also got a VOD. Go to rarebreedent.com. Cop the VOD. VOD is real cheap for y'all for like 30 battles. Or you could be in the building, or you could do both. We appreciate y'all. We'll either see you there or we won't, or we'll catch you on the YouTube drops. Y'all see the last intake card. We blasted them out a mile a minute. We was dropping them like every day. Every day you was getting a YouTube release for like a month straight or some shit like that. So intake 4 will be no different. You won't be stuck on an app and no shit like that. We got y'all. So yeah. Oh my God, ARP shots fired. Yeah, because I'm outspoken. I don't tuck my tail for these niggas. Duh. Like y'all not used to that. I don't tuck my tails for these niggas. Y'all do. I don't get no line. I don't tuck my tails. I don't check in. I don't ask for no permission. And I don't cower to no. Let me chill out. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why people respect me. The rest of y'all is just not cut like that. So you go ahead and follow suit. I refuse to, especially when it's fuck shit. Chef, appreciate the super sticker. Thank you for the support, homie. I see a new member, Josh Caldwell. Yeah, you're gonna have access to that Big K versus Young Ill at 12 o'clock today. Jada Nightwing versus Uncle Nini would be fire. I like the fact that people even saying Uncle Nini's name. Uncle Nini is coming up over there. I see Lawrence and Wayne continuing to invest in him, bring him around. I catch a lot of his promo videos that he does. He's landing on my radar a lot. He needs to now just continue to match his performances with the promo that he's doing and trying to keep himself outside. He's going to continue to move up, which probably means he'll get a call sooner or later from other people trying to sign him off of RBE or some shit. That's cool too. ARP, you in some type of bag? No, I'm just speaking what it is, and I always will. I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. It's like Bernie Mac mode. Like you do it in private, I'll speak it in public. It's no different. Y'all scared. I'm not. All right. Y'all want to get to the topic? All right, let's get to the topic. I gave y'all an exclusive that I didn't even plan to speak on. But it's still true. Y'all can fact check it. All right. Taking the wrong battles. I feel like I spoke on this topic before, and I asked who to blame in regards. Do you blame the league? Do you blame the battler? Um, let's start out to why this is a topic in battle rap. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's not dance around it. Let's be direct and honest about this shit. Everybody sees how heavy Loaded Lux is outside, right? And shout out to Loaded Lux. It's dope to see our God tiers and the people that make that type of noise and put out that type of energy into the culture outside. You know what I'm saying? I like when I see Cassidy outside or Hitman outside or Hollow outside or Arsenal and DNA and Charlie Clips and Loaded Lux and Murder Mook and Geechee Gotti and Easy to Block. You know, these guys that just create a lot of energy in the culture. You know, we can't just be dependent on the leagues. Like, all right, yo, damn, battle rap is down. We need a bunch of good cards to come in. And the leagues are, the battlers are essential. They are the focal point of it. But then the leagues, I'm seeing people saying people are becoming too much of a fan of the leagues instead of the battlers. I've said that years ago. I've always said that the league should have never ended up in a position to have all the power and be the people to say yes or no. This happens, this doesn't happen. You eat, you don't eat. You rap, you don't rap. The battlers always needed to move like a union. If they union up, they will control all the power. They will do what they want when they want, and they won't get leaned on. They won't get slapped around. They won't get told what to do. They won't get scared off a call. It's none of that shit. Um, hold on one second. Peace. Peace. Watch your mouth over here. Peace. You're gone forever. Um, so yeah, you have to look at it from the sense of if battle is moved in a certain way, you know, they can continue to open up opportunities for themselves. You do have that loyalty factor, even though 99% of battle rappers are not loyal to a league, loyal to a league owner, they're loyal to an opportunity, and that's fine. Because when you add that business element, as long as you complement it with ethics, principles, and morals, you're good. You're good. You know what I'm saying? If Hitman, who is the biggest battle rap cash cow, calls me and says, "Yo, I'm thinking about battling on Chrome," now he's gonna do what he wants, but he's just, you know, bouncing ideas around just because we cool. But I apply back morals and principles the same way he does to me. Yo, he's just bouncing ideas around to me, and I'm not hating. I apply my morals and principles back. My morals and principles is I'm not ever gonna try to stand in front of a bag, especially if it's a bag that you want. You only live once. Go earn a living. Because when it comes down, when the first of the month comes around, it's time for Hitman to fucking pay his mortgage. You don't call ARP to pay his fucking mortgage for him. He's gonna pay it him damn self. Why the fuck am I stopping the bag? You know what I'm saying? Speaking of stopping the bag, it's dope to see Twerk making his way back over to Shotty Horror shit because I didn't forget what happened to Shotty Horror's card. What was it, like a year or two ago? Um, when he lost, I think it was JC. It might have been Tay Rock. It might have been Twerk and Shotty Horror and his partner. I remember them doing videos together, and they were speaking out publicly. They claimed sabotage. They felt like their entire event was ruined and they lost all that money. And there was back and forth saying Tay Rock and a couple of people, what are you gonna do? You gonna sue us all the way on these things? I remember. I don't forget shit. I remember all that. So Twerk getting back out there, especially if he's making due on a prior deposit or that prior agreement, is dope. It's years later, but get it done. That's dope to see expand. And then also, I feel like the game is changing. I feel like the battle rappers are moving around a little bit more because a couple wells are drying up in battle rap. Jesus Christ, ARP, stop telling the truth so much. Whatever happened to saturation? Don't exist no more, huh? I wonder why. But anyway, if you pay attention, just you'll pick up on things that I'm feeding you, even though the evidence is already all out there for y'all to consume on your own. But anyway, um, battle rappers and how they move when it comes to taking the wrong battles. Let's slow down for a second. Before we speak about the league, let's speak about the battle rapper because the battle rapper has the most responsibility in the equation. The reason why is because the battle rapper is the commodity. There is no battle rap without the battle rapper. I don't give a fuck about ARP or Smack or Beasley or John John or Stiz or Rem or Organic. None of them people matter without the rappers because none of those people I just named do the actual battle rapping. All right. You could say a battle rap before. I know organic battle rap before. I know Rem battle rap before. 50 years ago for both of them. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying to see them or me. All right. I know my job. I know how essential I am in pulling this whole thing off. I know the work that I do. Right. But at the end of the day, you guys want to see the rapping. The rappers are the commodity. They are the commodity. They are the pinnacle. They are the middle. They are the purpose. They are the reason why we spend our money or our time to consume this type of content. Okay. The battle rappers have the first responsibility. Okay. On top of that, people will say business is business. Once again, you still have the responsibility to put yourself in business scenarios that benefit you, benefit your talent, benefit your family, whatever variables you're considering when you're in and out of these business relationships. You could be moving around like a contractor or a mercenary. You know what I'm saying? Big K could be on RBE today. He could be on King of the Dot tomorrow. He could be on Chrome 23 in December versus Easy the Block Captain. I'm not putting no information out there. I'm just speaking shit that, that would be dope if it happens. Right. So you can move around. You got certain people that they fell into certain things where they feel like, you know what, I should only stay right here out of loyalty or something like that, or whatever the case may be. Right. I think Coach Coleon and Payne has a good amount of loyalty to Rare Breed Entertainment, but it's not the type of loyalty that hinders them, because we don't ask that, because once again, going back to principles and morals, right? And just the way that RBE moves, our style of battle rap business and battle rap platform and battle rap presentation and battle rap entertainment. So then you see Coach Coleon coming up with Geechee Gotti, I think in December. You see Payne coming off of a Av battle and all that type of shit. These are big opponents. These are big battles for them. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to check in. Ain't no issue over here, RBE. Get your bag, get your battle. You know what I'm saying? So the battle is know that. Battle is know, like, like if I sign a contract with RBE, Coach Coleon to battle Payne, or Payne to battle Coach, or whatever. There's nothing in that contract that's going to say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Check them. And then you also know that you're working with people that's not going to lean on you, because as we see, a lot of things isn't contractually. People just lean on you. They just say, yo, man, I don't want you to do that. And if you do that, here goes a list of threats, right? So it's still the battle rapper's responsibility to grow some nuts, do good business, and do what's best for them, because you will be turned out left and right and have people making you assume that all the decisions that they're making are in your best interest. But history will continue to show that nobody is going to have your best interest in mind. They're always going to prioritize themselves. And on top of that, people do what people allow. So you'll be a Loaded Lux, and he's not going to allow himself for anybody to tell him what he can and what he can't do. But then you'll have some smaller guys like a mid tier or a small up and comer, and they feel like, damn, I don't have that type of clout. I don't have that type of troll like a Loaded Lux, so I have to do what I'm being told. That's still your decision. That's still your decision, right? So you got to blame the battle rappers. Now, when you look at what has made this a topic in what these bloggers now and in the spaces now with these fans now and on social media now, people are kind of keying in a lot on Loaded Lux versus Rum Nitty, right? And I dropped that. Oh, like where did that card come from? Like, even though you want to tie that, whether you tie that to that weekend and VA and the intake card, regardless why it came about, right? Either way, we were already talking about Lux versus Hitman, Lux versus Rum Nitty, Lux versus possibly DNA. Because we see Lux is outside. Like, you don't be seeing Lux in spaces before like that, or on Twitter like that. He's normally a quiet guy until it's time for the boogeyman to come out. You know what I'm saying? That's just how he moves. It's just how he moves. So then all of a sudden, in the midst of all of this, there's a lot of talk of these every match I just named is still a big battle. They're all big battles. They're all important battles to the culture. And then in the midst of all of that, a flyer comes out, Rum Nitty versus Foots. No disrespect. I personally can't even put a face to Foots. I haven't watched him yet. I'm pretty sure he's nice if he's battling Rum Nitty. From a matchmaking standpoint, I would hope he's nice. But if I get an opportunity to watch that battle, I will. I'll come up to speak on Foots. And I'm pretty sure it'd be a dope matchup, or else hopefully Rum Nitty wouldn't have taken it, and hopefully URL wouldn't have booked it. Right. So if you're gonna put him in there with the alien, he better be fucking nice. But the fact that his profile is so low, especially from a platform that talks about profile, right? In the midst of when Nitty is being talked about for looks, and I'll get to the league side, but Nitty, you also got to know, like, if that battle matchup comes to you, you have to heavily consider why you're taking that matchup. And this applies to everybody. I'm just using the example of Nitty and Foots because y'all already made it a topic. So now I'm adding my opinion. All right. You have to ask yourself, why am I taking this matchup, this particular person at this particular time? Now, if nothing's going on in the culture and you know, there's it's just dead and Foots comes out or URL comes, yo, we want you to battle Foots or whatever. Fuck, I ain't got nothing going on. Let me go ahead and remind the fans how busy I get. Great. But there's all of this other stuff that's happening. I and I don't know how these phone calls go, of course. I'm not Nitty's manager. I'm not URL making decisions over there directly. You know what I'm saying? So I have to just assume that everybody's aware of this. You know what I'm saying? And if Lux comes out and he tweets, yo, Nitty, what's up, man? I also know about this blue room. And then Nitty's tweeting, I'm not under contract. Lux is tactical. Lux is tactical. Maybe Lux spoke to somebody at RBE. Maybe Lux had a conversation with somebody from Rare Beat Entertainment, or it doesn't even have to be Rare Beat Entertainment. It could be any league. Maybe Lux is speaking with league owners and he's having conversations about, am I going to battle Hitman? Am I going to battle DNA? Am I going to battle Rum Nitty? So if he's speaking on this stuff on Twitter and he's speaking on this stuff in spaces, that makes it what he might be wanting to do. And then he tweets things like the blue room. So and he's further opening up the options like, Nitty, I'll battle you on RBE too. And then Nitty comes out, he's tweeting with fans saying, I'm not under contract, I do what I want. But then you pop up with Foots at a time like that. So then what if Lux calls this league owner back now and says, I'm good on that. Let's speak about this or that or whatever, because let Hitman battle Geechee and let me battle somebody else other than it. These are the type of conversations that happen behind the scenes. And you have to manage yourself in a way, because Nitty is one of our top guys. So I can see why people are getting at him. I see why people are getting at him. It's like, and this is no disrespect to Foots. I don't know Foots at all. I'm going to bring myself up to speed now because it's becoming a topic and now I'm curious. But you have to navigate that. It's just like sometimes the timing of these moves. Now, let me move into another part. Before I still haven't gotten to the league yet. Let me stay with the battlers. Battle rappers. It's time for us to keep it 1,000. And being 1,000 about what I'm about to say, I know isn't in your best interest, because we all want to paint the facade. Nobody wants to look broke. Nobody wants to look thirsty. Nobody wants to look dependent. Nobody wants to look like that because it's bad for our images. It's bad for our reputations. This doesn't look good on the moves that we make if we actually start to pry and look a little bit deeper into the decisions that we make. But this is Sorry It's True, and this is the Rare Beat Entertainment channel, and I am who I am when it comes to me being honest with every opinion or fact that I put out there. Money will always be one of the, if not the strongest root to a lot of these decisions, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with making money, especially if it's like, this is what I do for a living. I sell my art. I sell my bars. I sell my raps. I sell my rounds. I sell my music. I sell my merch. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it at all. But still, even that becomes tactical, because sometimes taking this $5,000 right here is going to fuck up you taking this $50,000 in 2 weeks over there or over here. That's really how it goes in battle rap. Some of our biggest battle rappers get paid the highest checks, not just because they're the biggest draws. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Yes, because they're the biggest draws, but part of that formula to becoming the biggest draws is your exclusivity. Now, I want to see our dope battlers battling. Geechee Gotti is a very, very active person, for example. His bag is not small, right? And he's delivering. I had this blog probably over 8 years on the channel before too. I said, if Floyd Mayweather is going to give me a Floyd Mayweather performance every time out the gate, I'll spend that money with HBO boxing every month, right? So that's another thing. You have to keep your quality up. You have to keep your rounds up. You have to hopefully win a majority of your battles. You don't want to end up in a situation where you start choking because you're taking too many battles and all this type of shit, right? But the exclusivity of the God tiers as well. People still want to take a moment for you to cool down. Holla's like that. Holla's not going to rush into any battle. Holla could be coming off of a classic. He's not going to rush into his next one because he knows the difference. Fuck that friend shit. I'm on the phone now with one of the strongest business people in battle rap, ARP. So I'm going to come with all my fucking guns loaded to make sure that when I negotiate with a nigga like that, my stock is at its peak. I get it. And that's something I have to combat with our big negotiators. Why would I tell y'all this if I'm bullshitting? It don't help me. It don't help me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it like the timing and allowing yourself sometimes to cool down. Now, sticking with the second topic that I jumped into, which is money. I feel like a lot of battlers, they're already putting a perception on themselves, whether they know it or not, of not hustling, but starving. I'm not naming no names, but some of y'all is just like, you took that? You battled him? You battled her? You showed up there? I used to move like that even, I mean, I still get that now, but it's just like you have a certain level where you set yourself at. Regular life shit, right? If don't think I'm trying to go after anybody if I could make the point outside of battle rap too. Okay. You meet a woman, or you know what? Fly on the wall a women's conversation. You know what I'm saying? About their wants and their needs when they deal with men. What you looking for? What's your bare minimum requirements for a relationship? What's your bare minimum requirements for a dude that you're rocking with or you're interested in or might be interested in you? What's your bare minimum? All right, bare minimum. Let me see. Gotta have his own place. Gotta have his own income. Gotta be independent. Gotta have some type of strong presentation to him. I like alphas. Gotta be dark skin. Gotta be light skin. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be of a certain age. Don't deal with no teenagers, right? Gotta be a man. Gotta have a license. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you lay out is your standards. Sometimes you have too much on the table, and it's like, Jesus Christ. I seen that shit on Joe Budden's podcast the other day. Ish killed that topic. He was like, if the first thing that you're choosing is the type of salary for a man to make that is like already of like the 5% of the country, you cut so many men off of your option list because you start already within a pool of men that is only like 5% of the country of the country. Now, if you take 5% of these people where you're saying my man got to earn over $500,000 a year, all right, let's say that's 5% of the country. Oh, he also has to be dark skinned. Okay, now you chop that 5% down into 3 or 2. Then you keep chopping at it at that percentage with your standards until you end up with in a situation where it's like, oh, now I wonder why I haven't met this woman or met this nigga. Right? The pool that you're searching through is like this. You're not gonna bump into that person. You know what I'm saying? It's really like that in real life. What are your standards? There's battle rappers that set standards. I'm only battling on a platform that can do this for me. I'm only battling on a platform that can put me in this type of presentation. I'm only battling an opponent that has this type of notoriety. I'm only battling a artist that could bring at least half of the exposure that I bring to the equation to make the battle at this level, because the battle at this level impacts the business, it impacts my views, it impacts my reputation, it impacts everything, social media engagement, all the stuff that I need for me to continue to sell my merch or continue to sell myself for my next battle or continue to, create more followings on social media as years to come. Tactical, calico, tactical as shit. tactical. Show Off is one of my favorite battle rappers in the world. He's like one of my top 3 favorites to watch. His style, what he brings to the stage, is just one of my personal favorites. Show Off. But when I have conversations with Calico about why he's declined that matchup at certain times, the timing of it, I just gotta respect it. I wanted Show Off versus Calico on Max Out 3. I couldn't get it because Calico was moving the way he has his standards and his timing and being picky about certain factors. You don't want to be the battle rapper that can just get called for anything and do anything. The leagues pick up on that too. But before I get into the leagues, let's just still stay on the battle rappers. You're showing your money. You're showing how accessible you are. You're showing how easy you are to get on any card versus anybody. And I know the bag is like this on certain leagues that have those type of budgets or certain opponents that's not going to draw for you. I know what it's like to have small pay-per-views and small VOD runs, and I've been there. I know it's turning around in this culture. I know you could see it. You could trend it from viewership, from engagement, from announcement. You could see it if you've been in my shoes for 10 years. You know how this shit works. You know it. Not every bag is worth picking up unless you just have to have it. And a lot of people, man, I swear, y'all just, I don't want to start calling certain people lazy, but it's just like, yo, there's nothing wrong with supplementing your fucking battle rap, because battle rap is already volatile. It's already up and down. You don't want to be in a position where you're going to get told whether you can or you can't eat, and people making decisions for you. We got to wait for this or wait for that. You like to be in control of when you eat and when you don't eat. You want to be able to wake up, walk over here, walk over there, and say, this is my check. Not, I got a phone call, I got to wait for this. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you put all your eggs in that basket, and that basket happens to be something as up and down and volatile as battle rap, just never seemed smart to me. And that's somebody in my position for 10 years. I would have never quit anything else that I got going on and say, I'm just going to focus on battle rap. Some of y'all league owners and quit your 9-to-5s and all that shit too. I've seen battle rappers quit their 9-to-5s and then get mad at you, all this. Nobody told you to quit your job. You shouldn't have quit your job. Why you quit your job? To depend on these niggas? To depend on them? To depend on this type of industry? Look around. Look how fucked up it be. This is what you want to depend on? You don't even get no benefits or nothing like that. And this is what you want to put all your eggs in the basket. This is what you want to guarantee you putting food on the table for your children. This 100%. So it starts to look like you have to take certain battles. Looks like you have to. Now let's move to the leagues. When the leagues know your situation, I know he had a 9-to-5 job in retail or wherever, small. So he's already making small money. I know he quit his job, and now he's fully dependent on me, which is also why I get to tell him when I'm happy or not happy about the battles that he takes. He's going to do what I say because his most dependent financial position is dependent on me. So that means I'm not gonna lean on you. I'm gonna let these days, if I haven't got a bag for you, you need to go pay your bills, or I'm gonna go let you run over there real quick and take that bag. Even though once upon a time I used to scream the high hell about saturation. Just pay attention. But you're still moving in a way where you're watering yourself down at times, right? If you're taking bullshit, go ahead and battle once a month. But let it be something significant that makes more sense as to the caliber of where you are, who you are, and what your standards are. See, battle rappers don't have any standards, and the leagues know that. They know who doesn't have any fucking standards. You're going to fuck anything moving. Like I said, we can paint this right into real life talk. You're going to fuck anything moving. Shorty going to spread her legs to any nigga that got $1. Got no standards. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta have standards too. Can't be out here fucking just any old chick that walk by with a fat ass or some long hair or pretty face. You gotta have some type of standards. You got to. If you're walking around with no standards, what are you subjected to? Just think about it. Regular life, fuck battle rap. What are you subjected to if you don't walk around with standards? You gotta say, the people I got around me, the people that I would tell I love, the people that I would die for, the type of jobs I would do, the type of money I would allow myself to be paid for my type of skill set, right? The places that I would go, the type of food I would eat. Yeah, you can't even eat a certain way if you don't give a fuck about your body and you ain't got no standards. You'll kill yourself. A man or a woman that don't walk around with no standards is a dangerous person. Not my type of person. Like, you don't got no standards in life, or you got low standards in life. Anybody could get you to do anything, especially when it's that time of the month. Nah, nah. We out here right now being honest. We being honest right now, y'all. We being honest. I'm looking in the chat. Everybody, I don't see people that's disagreeing. We being honest. You know what I'm saying? So even a league. Now we're staying on the league side of things now. For a league, I'm not saying every matchup that I've booked put a significant battle rapper in the best scenario possible every time out the gate. Right? My matchmaking ain't perfect, right? It's not perfect. But I feel like one thing I'm not gonna do is purposefully or aimlessly or even mistakenly put you in a bad situation. I may put you in a situation that's great. I may put you in a situation that I think is great, and I could be wrong. I'm only human. But I'm not going to put you in a situation where if I really step back after having all these years of experience and I look at it, I'm not going to look at a situation and be like, "Oh, that shit is beneficial." And it's fucking backwards. It's not beneficial at all. I'm not that bad at my job. And I see that sometimes. So then I wonder if people are that good at their job as running platforms or leagues or companies, then why would they make certain decisions? Because they don't give a fuck. Because they got to run to. See, we talked about money for the battles. We got to talk about money for the leagues too. Certain leagues, certain league owners, certain platforms will be scratching and clawing for every dime that they can get too. Battles, you have to be careful of that. If leagues are booking in a form where they look like they just want to pick some names out of hat, throw shit together, let's run. So the wheels full of shit is getting burnt down, and you're being a part of the equation, and you possibly losing out on money, stock, fan requests, match all this type of shit while you in that vein. It's like you gotta identify when it's a hamster wheel. You gotta be smart enough to say, like, I'm not gonna run on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But once again, if a league knows that, now you gotta run on this hamster wheel because there's no other wheels for you to run on. All your eggs in this type of basket, they will. Like, I can't even offer certain battlers certain opponents. Like, I'll use Big K or Ill Will. I'm not even gonna call them and offer them certain people. I don't want to say no names and offend people, but there's certain battlers I wouldn't even offer them. I care about my product and I care about their product. I wouldn't even offer it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like if I ever offer one of them guys a name that just doesn't align with their own stature and standards, we were big on that on this video, then maybe I was just tripping. Maybe I was looking at a matchup and I was just off. Once again, I'm human. But I'm not that bad at my job to do that consistently. And I see that consistently. Not to be confused. People need their opportunities, especially the up and comers. They need their opportunities, right? They need their chances to get in there and show what they got going on. But there's just certain battlers at certain times where it's just like, but not that though. You could, there's a lot of journeymen in battle rap. There's a lot of people you can call on that are open to testing new talent. There's a lot of people that are comfortable taking gatekeeper battles. There's a lot of people that are comfortable taking a lot of veterans that take up and comers. You know what I'm saying? I almost started naming names. I'm not, because people are gonna take it the wrong way. There's a lot of veterans that don't have issues with taking up and comers. I get it. But even for the people that have consistently given shots to up and comers, you still also have to pay attention to your timing. You still have to pay attention to your energy. You know what I'm saying? You still have to make good decisions around that as well. You still have to, because we hurt ourselves in the end if we don't. We really do. We really do. Now, I spoke about the battlers, I spoke about the leagues. The only other thing that I would constitute is the industry as a culture within itself. Battle rap. That's worth us also taking a look at. Not to blame the battlers in that sense, not to blame the leagues in that sense totally, but if battle rap is declining and running out of matchups or running out of things that are really head twisting and significant, then it becomes a rat race. And I hate to use the word rat because people run with that and take that the wrong way, but I'm just using the term rat race. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like just grab, 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 grab. I got a call, take the battle. Got a call, take the battle. Got a call, take the battle. Because there's not much left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could really name the battles that I care about that are left on like two hands. You know what I'm saying? And I said in the blog before, I said battle rap, and we're all to blame for this. The battlers are to blame for it. Every league is to blame for it. Even the fans to a degree, and the bloggers in the media, because we haven't been able to coordinate together from a blogger, from media, from a battle rap league to a battle rap and the fans. We haven't come together in a way to take this whole shit and throw it through the roof. We haven't. You got bloggers that bootleg. You know what I'm saying? Like we're even counterproductive to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw a blog the other day. This guy that had like fucking 5 clicks. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about Calico versus Goods. I went onto YouTube. I searched Calico versus Goods. I set the filter to like today, right? This dude in the car, I think his girl is in the car with him. So I'm giving you a fucking shout out right now. I don't know your name, but guy had like 5 views on this video. I humbly clicked it just to see what people were saying about Calico and Goods, and he's in there saying that it's a good battle. And it gets to this point, he's like, "Yeah, you know, I didn't watch it. I watched the bootleg, and you know, we don't support RBE over here." I'm like, then what the fuck is this blog about? You know what I'm saying? So that's some of our fans, not all. That's some of our fans. We're counterproductive to each other. You know what I'm saying? We are. So some of that is the reason why. But even still, the culture isn't coming together in a way where we can create stars at a faster rate. Sometimes we try to force it. We try to force feed it. Bars over names, niggas wearing t-shirts and shit at events. Let's get the top tiers out of here. And certain people have tried for years to get the top tiers the fuck out of here simply because they cost more. And the battle rappers know that too. You know what I'm saying? But the culture at times hasn't been able to, whether you was one of those people that wanted them to fucking step aside or not, so you can save money, because we see how many real legitimate drawing stars have been created over the last 5 years. Not enough. Not enough. And even they still have to be out here active, collecting their bags over here, over there. Boom, boom, boom. So even the fans can get used to them real fast, especially if they're not holding down and having impactful battles and showings. I think B Dot was like that. I think B Dot was one of the more real fast sensations that came on the scene that was more selective. Not everybody moves like that, though. That's probably one of the reasons why he's retired right now. He could be collecting bags, but he's probably standing on a whole like fuck it, which I respect. Because the first time I ever saw B Dot, he ended up in one of my top 3 favorite battles of all time. I said it before, I'll say it again. My top 3 favorite battles, personal favorites of all time, no order, is Hitman versus Averb, Daylight versus Oops, Danny Myers versus B Dot. Those are my 3 favorite battles of all time. That's the first time I saw B Dot. He ended up being a top 3 favorite battle of mine ever. And then after that, it looked like he was being tactical with his matchups. He never was one of the top paid guys, but he was still moving a certain way. Oh, look, me and Loso got this type of boom, boom. He could talk about this. I could talk about this ideology. That makes sense. Swave, the young nigga in the OG boom, boom in New York on a Rare Breeze card. That makes sense. Emerson Kennedy coming in on a traffic card. You know, I'm going to take an opportunity to go at this whole trying to push me to a PG, whatever, boom, boom. That makes sense. Calling out Mickey Fax. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like B Dot, he was a little bit more selective, and that's good for him. But the culture just isn't in that type of spot. It's not. So it really is the race to the bag. Even that within itself is one of the reasons why battle rappers can't union up, because they're even racing against each other. You know what I'm saying? League owners know that, and they use that to their advantage too. I make this call. Yeah, I got $1,000. $1,000. I want 10. Okay, click. Call somebody else up of the same stature that'll take that $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Especially knowing that, okay, he's out, I'm in. You know what I mean? You don't think that the battlers don't step on each other purposefully. They don't union up. And in that sense, I'm not trying to say that what works for him works, that doesn't work for him, works for me when it comes to selecting your bag. You know what I'm saying? But that's how this shit moves. There's not a standard. There's not a standard. You know what I'm saying? So when you have that much of a disparity between battle rappers, of a disparity between how fans move, disparity between how certain bloggers move, disparity between how certain leagues move. There is no common accord. There is no common accord. So our culture within itself, this small culture within itself, the designs of it, and some of our power figures that are at the front of it, not moving in a similar accord, hurts it within itself, the growth of it within itself. At least let it be, if everybody's going to be going like this, at least be at a multi-million-dollar level where you got big sponsors in, TV deals, endorsements year round, constant. Look at us going crazy right now because people like Tasha K and all these people, we're like, oh, the outside media is disrespecting us. Why isn't the outside media here every fucking event? Is a better question for me. Why do I have to have Geechee Gotti's third fucking round and the names of a Remy Ma attached to it and a Pat Poose attached to it for shit to go viral? You know what I'm saying? So I went through saying some of the reasons why we got to look at the battlers, certain reasons why we got to look at the leagues, and now why we got to look at the culture as a whole. I just went through all three phases for y'all. And this is why you got to identify the faults that we all have before you can make any corrections or get yourself on a proper lane to maximize the card, maximize the event, maximize the matchup, maximize the pay-per-view, maximize the doors, all of that. And we're all responsible for that, all of us. Lux and Nitty, or Nitty versus Foots becomes a topic like this in our culture because we're peanuts and because we can see how even what's supposed to be these type of smaller decisions has a wide effect. You're talking about possibly affecting a loaded Lux battle. That becomes big news for us, right? But that is the reality of which has happened. Take what I just said as truth, because I'm not some person out there on social media with opinions. I'm the guy behind the scenes that's actually on the phone. Chef, once again, appreciate you for the super sticker. My battle facts, shout out RBE, most innovative league. I really appreciate that. My battle facts, thank you for that. Shia or Shaya, yo, ARP, book Mike P. You got his number now. How you know I got his number? I do got his number. Somebody texted to me. How you know I got his number? But shout out to Mike P. Yeah, me and Mike P will hop on the line. Ain't nothing. This time I'll hit him or he can hit me. I don't know if he got my number. We just chat real quick. Shout out to Mike P. All my ARP, we need Lux versus Rum. Did you not listen? Well, you probably super chat this before I just said everything I just said, especially that closer that I just said. Don't let it go over your head. Hot new music. What is your favorite round in battle rap history? Very, very hard for me to try to pick one of those right now. Yeah, that'd be tough. It might come from one of my top 3 favorite battles. I don't know, but nah, I don't know. That's too many rounds. I heard some crazy rounds. Shout out to Miss New York Nails, a new official RBE channel member. So shout out to you for joining up with the team, with the squad. 12 o'clock lunchtime, you're gonna have early access to Young Ill versus Big K. Enjoy that. The real A-Dog, ARP, Rum told Lux he wanted to battle him, and Lux said no because he wants to battle Hitman, and Rum shouldn't have to sit around and wait on Lux. Nobody's saying that anybody should sit around. Rum shouldn't sit around. I'm not saying Rum should sit around. I'm not sure what Rum knows what's happening everything with Lux right now. They're probably just exchanging a couple tweets for all I know. Right, but Lux doesn't call Rum Nitty out and say the blue room for nothing. He didn't just decide to say blue room because the blue room is so hot this year. He said it for a reason. All right, trying to give y'all it. Just got to pay attention. Shout out to Muggy. Muggy versus Young Guy ATM out now on RBE YouTube channel. Yes, it is. Shout out to Muggy. It's been coming up on our intakes. We see you out there, young man. And all right, I think I nailed all my supers. Good morning once again to everybody on the channel. Real quick, I seen these come in. Mega rematch, Danny Myers versus Big K in the blue room. That's dope. That's dope. And shout out to old boy Nick for the super. James Jackson, Clone in the blue room. I see Clone versus Coach Corleone being talked about a little bit. I always like that matchup because they're two punches. I get on my RBE shit and say that's a clear Coach 2-1, but I'm pretty sure Bullpen and Clone would have a difference of opinion. You know, RBE and Bullpen have had a bunch of matchups that's been like RBE versus Bullpen, like Jay Murder versus Bad News, for example. Bad News versus Pain. It's been a couple, so shout out to John Shaw, shout out to Bullpen. Artemis, is that how you pronounce it? Been a fan of y'all since the beginning. You guys really built it all up brick by brick. Keep moving. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Brick by brick is a consistent mentality that I'm gonna have with for life. I got it inked on me. That's a lifelong mentality. It's not even just battle rap, but brick by brick is a mentality that I feel has been very productive for me in my life. So Ball B says Clone 2-1. Is that because Clone and Chef Trez have such an amazing battle out right now? Don't have no newness judgment, all right? Coach Corleone is not one of them people to play with. All right, less than an hour. I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all. Lunchtime for the members. Big K versus Young Ill is dropping today. It'll drop for the rest of the subscribers on the channel and the rest of the YouTube world out there on Friday. All right. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll catch y'all back in a second. I'm out.